Yo guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Podghost Podcast.
So today, guys, very, very, very pleased to have onto the show. I've been trying to get this guy for a good part of a year, I'd say. Man. And you must have seen him around. If not, you're going to get to see him today. It is entrepreneurial, experienced, quality guy, Mario. Welcome to the show, my brother.
Thank you.
We do normally, I think people call you Mario Aleppo.
Yeah.
But I think we just stick to Mario.
Yeah.
It just sounds more, mate, Mario, you know what I mean? How you been, my bro?
I'm good. Busy. How about you?
Yeah, not bad, man. Thank you very much for coming onto the show, first of all. Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me.
Sorry, man.
And thanks for asking how we are. Because sometimes what happens, when we call people and they're like, yeah, I'm good, man. We're like, all right.
Yeah, I'm good too, Yazz. How you been, bro?
Mario, so much to talk about, bro. I want to fire away the right way.
Yeah.
I like that. I saw what you did there.
No, that wasn't. I swear that wasn't planned. I swear. Bro, tell us a bit about you growing up, bro. Because obviously now everyone sees you online as this entrepreneurial, amazing business person. But I want to know because everyone has a start in their career, bro. How they, where they grew up. I think it all plays a part in who you are today.
Yeah, definitely.
So know a bit about your childhood. How was it growing up? How did you get into that whole entrepreneurial side?
I'd say I was just an average guy.
Yep.
From London, from South London. 2 brothers, 2 sisters. Lived in a 3-bedroom house with 7 people. So didn't really have any money. Grew up in London. Just an average guy. And then started a business and it changed my life. Probably saved it, to be honest. But that was a bit later on. But growing up, nothing really spectacular. Nothing out of the ordinary would have happened. Pretty boring, to be honest.
Nah, bro.
Yeah,
so
man.
When, let me ask you a quick number. Let me rephrase that. So for an example, when you were, when you first started Fireaway, when did it come to you that, I want to start something? And I think for me on the outside, the most impressive thing about that is it's a saturated market, bro. Pizza's, such a business that everyone's trying, everyone's, going into the food and hospitality sector. What made you go into that and what gave you that confidence and the balls to do it, bro?
To be honest, I would have gone and done anything because I just didn't really want to work for someone else. I didn't want to wake up early. I didn't want to be told what to do. I didn't like school. So I wasn't really, you could say like rebellious to an extent. Got into trouble like in school, just not paying attention, not following the rules. And I think that's why the only option really was to start my own business. Because jobs didn't really work out for more than like 6, 7, 8 months.
Oh, what age was that?
I left school at 16 and then went to college for a few months here and there just to kind of keep my mum happy.
Yeah.
And then dropped out of college at like 19. Worked in Nando's for a bit, worked as a charity fundraiser.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you actually worked in Nando's and...
Yeah, not because I was interested in food, just because that was the only thing that was available at the time. Maybe subconsciously, I went into the food business because I'm a big food person. I like food. I travel far and wide to try different foods. So maybe subconsciously, or maybe by fate or coincidence, that's the kind of route that I took. But yeah, I think you have to be interested like remotely in what you do because otherwise you're more than likely to give up.
Of course, yeah, 100%.
So why pizza and not grilled chicken?
I'm Italian, innit?
Yeah, exactly. You dropped that in nice.
He did,
so for people that don't know, you're half Italian.
Yeah, half Italian. My grandma came over from Italy when she was 18.
Yeah.
And half English.
Nice.
That's an amazing mix.
Yeah.
I'd love to say I'm half Italian, man.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're full on Pakistani, bro.
What do you mean, unfortunately?
No,
I'm proud.
respect. But I'm saying, I'd love to say I'm Pakistani and half Italian. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, bro, going into... So I've got a topic.
Bit more exotic.
So, bro,
Yeah.
going into the whole pizza stuff now, obviously, to start the business, bro, you obviously must have injected money, a startup cost. How much was that, if you don't mind us asking?
I think from savings, it was no more than 15 grand. And then from the bank loan, it was 25 grand. And then a big part of it was the construction cost, which I had some friends, some builders that helped me out quite a lot by doing the work and then taking like payments on a monthly basis. So I didn't have to pay up front everything. So that helped. A big deal.
Yeah.
That helped.
What year did you open the first shop?
Towards the end of 2016.
16.
Yeah, when I was 25.
Wow.
That's mad.
That is mental
and
to
who
think
named
now.
it? Who named it Fireaway Pizza?
Me. I was thinking about opening a Subway, but then decided it weren't the best option for me because it still kind of felt like a job with all like the rules and regulations. So kept the same layout, similar kind of name, but used like a fire oven, so called it Fireaway.
Smashed it, man.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, man.
I had it not long ago, brother, and I must say it's one hell of a pizza, guys. So if you haven't tried it,
Make sure you check it out, man.
So,
You
bro,
ain't going to any other pizza shop after that.
honestly, I actually loved it, bro. And what I told you, even off camera, I said to you that the pizza felt really light. It didn't feel like sometimes in Pizza Hut when we go. I'm not putting Pizza Hut down. I'm just saying when you eat this sort of stuff, it's really heavy and you just feel a bit sick.
Yeah, a lot of people associate it with being like a junk food. So we try to come with a different kind of style and make it as healthier or as healthy as possible.
And it's quick as well, isn't it? The turnaround.
And it's quick as well. People don't want to wait around. So 180 seconds, it's ready.
Wow.
that is
mental,
I think I
innit?
don't think you play on that much. Like it's ready in 100 and
People do say you need to push that out there more.
Yeah,
because
100%.
It is. But if you go to Italy, they can make pizzas in their ovens in like 90 seconds. It's literally like in and out. It's so hot.
Wow. That is mental,
But
innit?
that's crazy, bro. That's mental.
I've got a very weird question. I asked you this before.
Yeah, I
as
said
well.
I'm not gonna answer. Ask Mario.
What is the original? It sounds silly because I've got it in my head, but I'm just going to put it out there. Yeah?
Course.
What is the original way to make pizza? Is there a set or certain way to make pizza?
I guess it depends what country you're in, but I know like in Italy it's just
Fin
cheese.
base?
Yeah,
Fin base. That's what I'm
cheese
talking about.
and
Yeah, fin
tomato,
base,
yeah.
deep pan.
I think the deep pan ones is just to fill you up, so you feel more full up. But in Italy, it's mainly like thin, simple. There's no like all this barbecue and pan. Just simple.
Yeah. No, the reason why I asked that because
yeah.
same with like noodles, isn't it? You know, like when some people snap the noodles and put it in,
no.
and then people get pissed off, think, bro, you're not supposed to break noodles. And
Yeah.
I'm like, but I've never known that. I don't know why.
I've done that before.
Yeah, same.
Last question
Spit in the
about
pan.
pizzas: pineapple on the pizza or not?
For me personally, I'll probably get like wanted in Italy. And
Yeah, I like it.
And
I like it.
And
You get wanted.
arrest warrant out for me in Italy. But for me personally, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But I grew up here, innit? So it's
Yeah, that's it.
kinda
Yeah.
different.
So, bro, now obviously, when you first got involved in Fireaway, first opened up, there must have been a moment where you thought, you know what, I'm killing it with this. You must have had that moment where because naturally what happens is when you open a business, from experience I'm speaking as well, you open a business, you feel like, it's going to take a bit of time. And successful businesses doesn't necessarily mean you can now branch out and start doing franchises. Success can mean just for one shop, make enough to have a good life.
I
But
think that was the original plan, just to make enough to have like make enough money for myself. But I didn't really have time to sit back and kind of see how well it was going because I was just too busy from being the manager, like one of the drivers, like cleaning, everything, like the accounts, everything. So that I didn't really have time to sit back and watch everything that was happening. It was just literally every day, 12-hour days, 7 days a week. Because if you ain't got money to pay people, then obviously you've got to do it yourself, innit?
Of course.
So that's how it started. And then there was no plan of franchising. But one of the customers come in, regular customer, Pakistani guy, really nice guy. And he just said, can I open one with my son? Can I franchise it? So I said, yeah. And he opened like down the road, 20 minutes down the road.
Smashed it, man.
really, and now how many do we have now?
In the UK, 155, and in abroad,
Amazing.
about 5.
Wow.
Congratulations, bro. That
Congratulations,
is,
man. Smashed it.
that's respect, bro. 150, and what? Since 2016?
Exactly.
It's not even been you 10 years, bro.
Yeah.
7, 8 years, yeah.
And respect as well because you grafted from the beginning as well. Like you said, you was the cleaner, the cook, the account and everything.
Which is kind of ironic because growing up, I was very lazy, innit? So
Yeah.
I would openly admit I was lazy. I didn't want to work, I didn't want to wake up, didn't want to go to college, I didn't want to basically do anything, just mess around and do nothing really productive. And I think it's a dangerous kind of routine to get into.
Of course,
You
yeah.
haven't got no ambitions, you don't have any plans or targets or aims.
At the same time, though, I'm guessing you probably had the mindset of, I don't want to be working for someone.
That was the main thing that driven me.
Because you got your own rules and regulations,
Yeah.
you run it. It
But
depends on how much you put in.
Yeah, but ironically, I started a business so that I wouldn't have to wake up early. I could work when I wanted. I could go on holiday when I wanted. But ironically, I didn't have no time to sleep. I had to wake up early, go to sleep late. and yeah, it was a lot different to what I actually planned. So it was a bit of a shock. But once I was in. There wasn't really, if it was like an online business, you can just turn it off. But because this was like a physical brick and mortar shop, there was no and there was contracts involved, so there was no just walking away. If it was easy to walk away, maybe I would have given up.
See, that's what I respect about you most. I think people on the outside always feel like looking into your business and your brand, and they don't give you the credit of the work that you've put in behind the scenes, bro.
I guess they don't know, innit, though.
They wouldn't know, and I always find that a bit deep, how people can just judge people or, easily boycott someone or easily put someone's business down. You think, do you know how much I've worked for this, bro? Like you're saying, cleaning, deliveries, making the food, the accounts.
Exactly.
Just try doing that for a week and people will know.
And a solo person doing that as well.
Exactly, bro. And that for that reason, bro, I think it's remarkable what you've achieved, because a lot of people do put, like you said off camera, luck is a big thing as well, and hard work. And when you put hard work and luck together, bro, I think that's just unbelievably deadly, mate.
But then with what you're saying, next question I would probably say is what is the lows that you've had in your...
Bro, there's a lot. There's a lot. Just to name a few, there's a lot, but there's a lot,
because obviously it sounds great having over 100 shops and stuff like that, but it must come with a lot of...
Bro, it's the main thing is stress. Like, stress is a big killer. I've got stress-related illnesses, like skin conditions due to this. I've had like relationships break down because I've been so focused on the business. I've missed like family events and boys' holidays, and because I've been working, and then when you are around family and friends, you can be in a bad mood because you're always thinking and worrying. You don't get enough sleep.
Yeah.
Because there's too many things going through your mind and too many obstacles that you have to overcome.
Yep.
And let's be honest, there's more important things to life than business. We need money to survive.
Of course.
But you don't need to go and create like a global business. You can make money and live like decently. So
just be comfortable.
You can be comfortable. So there's a lot of downs, but I think, the main things are those.
It's hard to balance that though, isn't it? Because normally when you're running a business, you want to be successful, you want it to grow, you want to make the most money that you can, because there's so many different sayings, but the saying is there's never no such thing as enough money. You can never have enough money, but then at the same time, with more money comes more problems.
100%.
So whether you got not enough money or too much money, it's always gonna cause problems.
That's it.
So, bro, when the money came in, and answered, obviously you will answer it, brutally honest anyway. When you start seeing the money come in, did you feel like you've changed? A lot of people say money changes people.
Yeah.
Do you think money changed you? And
I think money changes people. Me personally, maybe it's a bit biased for me to answer the question, but I would say no. I still go on public transport. This morning I was loading boxes of vegetables into the basement of a shop for like 2 hours. So I'd say me personally, no, but I think people that say money changes you, that are quick to say money changes you, should also be reminded that, money changes the people around you as well.
Yes.
People, it could be family, friends, business associates, people feel entitled for some reason. Not everybody, but some people feel entitled. I've known you for years, you're doing well, what about me?
Yeah.
And I've helped a lot of friends open shops, open franchises, or give them jobs. I can't create a job just for the sake of creating a job. You need to bring something to the table. And would I rather give my friend or family member help opposed to someone I don't know, obviously. But you can't help everybody, and I think people shouldn't feel entitled to something just because you're doing well.
There's a little catch-22 to that as well, because when you're helping the people that are close to you, it's just as hard to obviously. You got to remember at the end of the day, they're still working for you, and not saying that you're going to be some sort of like mad dickhead manager, but you're still going to end up being like a little bit stern, that because it's still your business, and they're obviously the face of it, and they don't get that, and it'll probably be harder to like tell them what to
100%.
do. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
100%. It's easier to tell someone what to do if you don't know them, and then you at 5 o'clock or whenever they go home, you don't see them. But if it's a family or a friend, it can cause problems. That's why people say don't do business with friends or family. But I think you can't generalize. I think
of course
it can work. Obviously, it depends on the person. Right?
Yeah, because I do think money like you just said, bro, money changes people when I think they've never seen it, or they've never been around it, or they've never, appreciated family. There's so many, obstacles in the way of life, bro, that you just have to, go through the way you are as a person. And I think money can change your foundations. They can change your lifestyle, obviously, bro. I've seen you, living your life with your cars and everything. That just comes with the territory, right?
But you know what the funny thing is, when I started the business and when I was younger, why I started it, obviously, as I said, I didn't want to follow rules and regulations, but also I wanted the money, I wanted the big house, I wanted all the cars, I wanted that lifestyle. And I told myself that I'd do what I had to do to get it, and I got it. And then ironically, the £3 million house that I lived in a private estate, I just moved out. I moved into a 2-bed flat. All the cars that I had, I sold. I got one car. My wardrobe, I've simplified it down to like t-shirts, like simple things. All my jewelry I sold. I got one watch. And
can I ask what's the reason behind that?
Because it's not the answer. And I think at the time when you don't know, you think it's the answer because you don't know. And then it takes you the point of getting it to realize it's not the answer. And also all these things, whether it's cars or big houses, they all come with more headache, and I've got enough stress as it is. So I thought, I need to simplify everything. So I moved out of my house. I'm renting it to a family from America. I moved into a 2-bed flat, and the flat is probably the same size as my walk-in wardrobe in my house. All the cars, I kept one car. And like I said, when you're younger and you see, like, it's in your face, isn't it? Social media, music videos,
of course,
cars. But it's not the answer, and unfortunately you don't realize it ain't the answer till you get it. And people always told me when I was growing up, don't focus on the money, focus on the business. The money will come. But obviously at the time when you don't have money, that's what you're focused on. And then once you get it, you realize it's not the answer. And now even when I tell people, they don't believe me. So I just tell them, look, if money and big houses and cars and all the material things is your target and your aim, then go and get it as quick as possible, because the quicker you get it, the more time you'll have once you realize it's not the answer to go and focus on, the important things, which I think for me is traveling and people. I think that's the material things. I mean, you never own them anyway, innit? You're basically renting them, you buy them, you sell them. They're never actually yours, and then you die and the government take 40% of it anyway. So never actually yours. But memories and the people that you meet, you can't. That can't be taken away.
100%. You said it yourself as well, Mario. It depends as well, because like you said, go and get it quickly. But I think most successful business people, it's like you said, I can go buy the £3 million house and all the cars and everything like that, enjoy it for a little while, but then it's like the flip side of it. Like you said, now you've rented it out, so it's still some sort of income for you now. So now it's like you're still technically a businessman. You've enjoyed it, you've lived in it, but now you're renting it out, so that's another income for you. So that's just another asset on your list, innit? Yeah, you just flipped it. So you can't enjoy it at the same time, but I know what you're trying to say as well, is that if that is your only main goal, once you get there, you're going to be like, well, what next? What am I doing now?
It's a big anti-climax, and I think if you spend your whole life chasing these things and you finally get it when you're, 60, 70, I think you'll end up quite bitter. But the fact that I've got it very early, to live in like a £3 million house on a private estate at around 30 years old, it's
big moves, man.
It's early on, and now, at least now that I've realised it's not the answer, now I've got the rest of my life, but obviously don't know what's around the corner.
Of course,
touch wood, but I've got a significant amount of time to focus on more important things.
I smashed him. Well said.
So that's leading to my next question, bro, because I've heard all your, the way you're talking about money, life, and tell us a day in the life of Mario. How is it for you on an average day? How does your day go by? Tell us when you wake up. Just briefly go whisking through a business person's day, an entrepreneurial. Because someone like us, we'll have a different life, or you'll have a different life.
Of course.
What's the life of you, bro? How do you go about your business?
Basically, just stay in bed all day. No, I'm joking. I wake up.
Sit in a bed of peas.
I wake up. I wake up.
Rice and peas. We'll talk about rice and peas.
I wake up at about 8 o'clock, and then I don't have breakfast. I'm not hungry in the morning. I don't I'm literally out the door by about 8:30,
Yep.
9 o'clock. I've got a driver that picks me up, takes me, not because I don't like driving. I love driving, but our office is an hour and a half away from my house. So that's 3 hours there and back in a day. I've got 11 points on my license already for being on my phone. So I need to, I'd rather be doing work in the back.
Yeah, of course.
100%.
Than driving. So I've got a driver who take me to the office, do some work, have some meetings. And then it's basically at this level just speaking, just meeting people. That's all it is.
Networking.
Back in the day when I started, it was more physical. I'd be loading stuff from cash and carries at like 2 a.m, doing deliveries, getting to sleep at like 2, 3 o'clock, and then waking up at 8, 9 o'clock, being tired, going to the shop, cleaning. It was more physical. But I think you need to go through that part of the business. You need to struggle. And people ask me for help. How do I do this? How do I do this? And I'm happy to help. And you can have the best mentors in the world. But if you're not willing to struggle, then forget it. Because it's the struggle that proves to you more than anyone else that you actually deserve to, otherwise everybody would do it. If there was no struggle and there was no difficulties, everybody would do it.
What is the so obviously to my knowledge, when someone franchises a business, it's like, can I open it? It's still obviously under your name and everything, isn't it? But why is it is there any headache for you, or is that once I've opened it, that's me now?
There's always headache. I'm in 150 WhatsApp groups with different shop owners. There's always headache. There's less headache, I guess, than if you open them yourself. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to grow as quickly.
Yep.
You'd have staffing issues. We employ, like as Fireaway as a brand, employ like over 1,000 people. So if they were all directly employed by me, that comes with its own headache as well.
Of course.
But it's basically people replicating your idea and hopefully doing a good job at it and not causing too many headaches and making some money for themselves.
And with franchises, you can't, so whatever the original shop has opened and sells, you're not allowed to add any other stuff to the menu, are you?
No, it depends on the franchise agreement, and a lot of it comes down to what's in the agreement. But no, generally, no. You have to basically, it's your business.
Yep.
It's your
still your name in it. Yeah.
It's our name above the door, but it's your business. Saves you having to worry about a menu, worry about training, worry about suppliers. It's basically everything done, for you, except it's just not your name above the door.
Do you think you can ever get to a point where you think, cool, now I'm making enough money, I don't need no more franchises because I want to cut down the headache?
No,
I think...
Just keep growing.
No, if that was your thoughts, then I don't think you do franchising in the beginning. You just open like 10 shops yourself. But the whole point of doing franchising is to grow,
Yeah.
We just opened a store in Turkey a few days ago.
Smashed it.
Portugal a couple of weeks ago. Amsterdam a year ago. So then you've got people in other countries who see it and are interested, and obviously go on the website, contact you. So it's constantly, there's no. I don't think you could ever say to someone, "Oh, sorry, we're not doing no more franchises."
Yeah.
Then it wouldn't be a franchise.
Yeah, but I mean, because now that you got to the point where you're in the hundreds, anyways, like you said, it doesn't make no sense to say.
Well, I think the more shops there is,
the
more marketing in itself.
exactly.
Of course, yeah.
So it helps everybody else.
I was saying it more on the health side of it. So like you said, it's a lot of stress and.
Yeah, I suppose you could always get someone else to do the job.
Yeah, of course. I was going to say that hire more staff as you get bigger and bigger. You hire more and more people. So if someone's watching this, bro, and they want to open their own Fireaway, they're probably liking the sounds of what we're talking about. And how would you go about that? What would be the steps towards?
You go online and apply through the website and put all your details, like your experience, financial details, and then and that's it. And then we arrange.
Is there anything particularly you look for? Can it be do you have to have experience?
It's preferable that you've got experience, because food F&B is a stressful industry, for people. And I got into it thinking it was easy, because obviously everyone's got to eat. As my grandma used to say, everyone's got to eat, everyone's got to die. So food and funerals are a constant business 100%. That you're not going to run out of customers.
Facts.
At the same time, there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of physical, issues. It's not like a tech business. So there's constant issues, and I don't think there's any business that there's no headache. I think everything that I've seen or people that I've spoke to, there's always problems, As I said, otherwise everybody would do it if it was so easy.
Absolutely, bro. Well said, man. You put that really well, man.
Smashed it.
So, bro, you know what? Obviously, like you just said now, people around the world are recognizing your brand. How does that feel, man? Like, how does it feel for you, bro? Honestly, everyone has them nights or days where they sit there and think, fuck it, I started this business as like a thing that I thought it would be something so like, just for me, enough for me to eat and get along. And
it's
now to see it everywhere, and you're getting like celebrities going there, and it's good everywhere now.
I think aside from the money, one of the best things is just people seeing the brand that you've created. And obviously we all die one day, but to have something that will stick around for longer than us, for other people to see is a good feeling. Probably when I realized is when I was on the plane to Italy, I think, and there was this old English couple next to me, and the plane was delayed, and we started talking. Where are you from? What do you do? Anyway, they said, "Oh, I'm from Guildford," and I said, "Oh, no, I know Guildford. I got a shop in Guildford." And they said, "Oh, yeah, really? What's it called?" I told them, "So, oh, yeah, we know that." I said, "Yeah, that's mine." And then someone else a taxi driver in Scotland, he was like, "Where do you want to go?" And I said, "Oh, I need to go to Glasgow Centre." He said, "Oh, were you on holiday?" I said, "No, I work. I got a shop up here." And he was like, "What's it called?" I said, "Fireaway." He's like, "Oh, I know that. I go there all the time. My kids love it." Them kind of things. Them kind of things more than anything else.
Makes you feel good, innit?
Yeah,
man.
It's good. More than the money, because obviously the money comes and goes, but things like that kind of stick with you.
Yeah, man. That's amazing, because everything's a plan and everything's an idea, and now you're going on nationwide, bro, and seeing cab drivers or taxi drivers mentioning your brand that you once, probably just sat there thinking, should I call it Fireaway or not?
Do you know what would be the ultimate as well? Is imagine you saying, "Oh, yeah, I need to go to a pizza shop. Where should I go?" And someone's like, "Bro, go Fireaway. It's 10-10." And you're thinking, "Yeah, love, man."
Bro, but I genuinely think, you know what?
Yeah.
I genuinely think, bro, God gives to people who are genuine, who start a business from their heart, bro. And I think some people, now, for example, me, I might finish this podcast and say to you, "Oh, you know what? If Mario can do it, we can do it." And I think that's where a lot of people fall, bro. And it's not that I'm being rude or I'm saying don't have passion and I just feel like you said there has to be an interest in that subject,
100%.
bro.
But also motivating people is another big positive, aside from like financials, like inspiring people.
Of course.
People message you on Instagram saying, I looked at your podcast, I looked at your business, and it gave me the courage to just start it, and I've just opened, and we've got 2 stores, and then they come back and say, "I've just opened my 3rd store." Them kind of things is that I'm not gonna lie, that feels good.
It's great to hear that as well, because it just doesn't mean that, "Oh yeah, come to me if you only want to open up my shop." It's like, even if you're opening up your own business, I'm still there to give you advice and help out. I think I respect to that as well.
Yeah, man, because people think that the owners don't really get involved, don't get their hands dirty, you can't get hold of them. But with you to obviously mentor them and make sure their business works as well, because people do part with their money and think that you're going to help them now as much as you can. Because again, it's all about luck at the end of the day. If someone don't walk in, they don't walk into your shop. It could be busy. Like, look, for an example, it's all about locations. Some Subways are really busy, some McDonald's are really busy, or most McDonald's are busy, but I mean, there are some that are more popular than others. Is there a particular area that you haven't opened a store in and you think, you know what, I really want to get in there?
Dubai would be interesting. We got a shop under construction in Business Bay, so that would be interesting. But in terms of countries, I mean, China, Pizza Express do really well in China, so that would be interesting. For me, it's about, maybe I'm just looking for an excuse for a holiday, but it's about traveling to new places and meeting new people. I mean, pizza's a universal product, but to meet people and to travel to different places is a big plus. Stupid
question. Have you got one open in Italy?
No, they're not really on franchising. They're more like independent, family. Starbucks closed down. Domino's closed down.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
One Starbucks in the whole country. Domino's closed down.
One Starbucks in the whole country?
Wow.
I don't drink at Starbucks.
No, I allow Starbucks, bro. This is boycotting out here.
Come on.
So, what it is, I'm actually shocked that there's only one Starbucks in the whole country. Like, you'd think it's scattered. There's more in Pakistan.
Yeah, exactly.
Pakistan's a good market.
Yeah, we sold the master franchise for Pakistan from a guy from Lahore.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, only recently, so we'll see what he does.
Yeah.
Well, he'll kill it.
Yeah,
Pakistan, pizza's massive there.
Yeah.
Like it is everywhere across the world, like you just said. So what's, Bob, after, obviously you've been into this pizza stuff, and let's just say, Bob, we have to say it as it is, you've absolutely smashed it at the park.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
What's next for you as a businessman, as a young, like you just said, bro, you're a young guy, bro. You're not, you know, someone who's even probably hitting the peak of his life now.
Yeah.
What is there, do you want to stay in food, or do you have goals that you want to do that, you know, you think, you know what, I want to give this sector a go, or, you know, I have my goals now that I've accomplished this. I really want to look into that.
I think it would always be around food, because
Yeah.
that's my passion, that's my interest. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna force myself into a different industry unless I'm passionate about it. But maybe helping other people, you know, grow their brands. I'm helping a couple of companies. One's a burger company called Five Ackies up in the Midlands. Really nice,
I like the
proper
name.
burgers.
I saw you put that up recently on your
yeah.
Instagram.
They're,
Yeah, I
they're
did see that.
smashing it. We just opened a second store there, and then one
Oh,
is.
so you involved in that business as well,
Yeah.
yeah? Oh, okay.
And then one is a cookie company. One of my good friends, he supplies cookies to restaurants and everywhere. They're called West Bakes. I'm helping them. But, I mean, starting up something else, it'll be difficult. And I haven't got this naive mind that because I've done it once, I can do it again. Obviously, I think it will be successful, but I don't think it will be very, very difficult to replicate something that's been as successful as this.
Yeah.
However, and I told myself I wouldn't get into anything else which would cause me more headache, because I've got enough as it is. But a few weeks ago, I opened a dessert shop in Soho in central London.
Amazing. What's that called?
The baked ice cream company, Dipped. It's like Dipped, the baked ice cream company.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. But
Got to test that out, man.
I didn't plan on doing it, but sometimes I can't help myself. If I see something,
Yeah.
and I think there's a gap in the market, or I
Yeah.
see something new, then I'll
Yeah, you
jump
got
at
the eye for it as well, innit? But the good thing is you stick to what you know. You're not the type of person to go like just gamble, like you said. Just because you've done it once, you don't
Yeah.
feel like, oh yeah, I can do it again and again. That's when you start getting a bit greedy and you probably go downhill.
Definitely, it is stressful, and now I'm going through. It's bringing back a lot of memories from opening like our first store, and I'm in there like physically
The
making
buzz.
sure. It's a buzz, and as I said, I don't intentionally wake up and plan to cause myself more stress by opening more businesses. But when I saw it, and I think it was a coincidence that I saw it as well. We had a girl working for Fireaway delivering leaflets. Really hard working girl, like 7 hours a day delivering leaflets, and one day she called me and said, "Oh, can I have some time off to go visit my family?" I said, "Yeah, no problem. Where are they?" And then she said, "They're in Barcelona in Spain." I said, "I'm in Barcelona now for a meeting." I was there for a few days. Anyway, saw her out there, went got some food with her and her brother, and she said, "Oh, I want to take you to this ice cream shop. Really nice. They do baked ice cream." I was thinking, that sounds dead. I said, I don't want to be rude, but I said, all right, let's go. Ended up going
Baked
back there.
ice cream.
Yeah, I ended up going back there 3 times in the day. It was 10 out of 10. And when I saw it, I thought, why is this not being done? So I thought, you know what, let me look for some shops. I found a shop in central London. I said to her, because obviously she's the one that showed me.
Introduced
and
you,
I said, look, you run it. Obviously, I'll open it, you run it. And smashing it. Yeah, she's really hard working girl.
Wow.
That's amazing, that story. Yeah.
Big up to her, man.
So how do you bake ice cream, bro? You might as well go
It's
into that a little
mad.
bit
It's
more.
like it's this bread, and then it's like fresh ice cream, and then it's got some sauces and some toppings, and you put it into this like baking machine and leave it for like 60 seconds, so it's hot on the outside and it's cold on the inside.
Sick.
We opened 3 weeks ago, and we're just breaking even already. So
Wow.
it's mad.
I'm starving now, man.
Jeez.
You have
You need to
try it
open me
out.
a business.
Definitely. Wow. Man, breaking even in what? 3
But
weeks?
you know, I've always said that. I always rate that when people
Yeah,
go
man.
somewhere and they have that eureka moment.
Yeah.
I think,
Yes.
wow, like, that's not in the UK. Like, why is no one opening this or doing that? Like when I see some Korean desserts, bro, Koreans are on a different level.
Yeah, they are.
And I see their desserts, bro. I see like, you know when we have waffles, they have waffles like in cones, bruv.
Yeah.
With like all these ice creams, and I'm like, people are gonna catch on to this in 10 years' time. You know?
But even it's not. Yeah, I mean, to open a shop, and to make a decent amount of money it's not easy, but it's doable.
Yeah.
But to take a business and scale it to 100 shops or 200 shops, that is not always. Some things work as an individual store,
Of course.
but to build an operation and a system around, you know, growing and scaling it into a global brand, you know, that from experience takes a lot out of you. So to do it again, I don't know, but like I said, I enjoy it, so I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
So currently, how many Fireaways do you own yourself?
In total,
Yeah.
one.
Oh wow.
How about that?
That's
That
the
is
original.
sick.
Where's the original?
No, the original one I sold it to my cousin.
Okay.
And then the second one I opened, I sold it to one of the other franchisees. And
Yeah.
then we opened a flagship store a couple of years ago in Clapham High Street.
That's amazing. So
is
you own
mad.
one, and then everything owned by people. But yeah, that's just
That is mental.
bossy
That is
shit.
proper entrepreneur, bro. That is the real entrepreneur.
So you know what, bro? All the success comes with hate. Naturally, bro, you must be bombarded with a lot of people, envious, jealous. You know, money brings that, bro, regardless of, you know. And I'm not saying it's like hate to the point where they're giving you death threats, but I want to speak about how it is for you when you receive that sort of hate and when you see jealousy so obviously. And like you said, mostly it is in, unfortunately, your own friends and family, bro.
I think being in business, I think I've learned to be kind of understanding, and I'm understanding and tend not to judge people because obviously you don't know what they're going through.
Yeah.
But like you said, there's a lot of hate. I think you can put people in two different categories from in on the topic that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Two different categories. One of them, you get people that are motivated and inspired by you, and you get other people that are jealous and they hate. They're the two people. And to be fully honest, I don't think really you should give too much of your time to either one of them. The people that are motivated and you say, hey, well done, you know, you appreciate it and you say thanks. And the people that are hating or who are
Envious,
jealous and
yeah.
envious, then obviously you don't know what they're going through, what they've been through, so you just leave them to their self. But I think people need to understand you get nowhere by, you know, being envious or jealous or hating them. You'll get further by being inspired and motivated and speaking to someone and getting their tips, advice, and tricks.
100%.
You know, by hating and by being jealous, it's not going to get you nowhere. So
Exactly.
Bro, you know what? You know when people talk about making money, and nowadays what I realize, especially with the youth, they don't want to put the hours in. They don't want to put the work in.
No.
And obviously recently the whole phenomenon of OnlyFans, people making money quick, selling their bum for a bit of crumb, like I say.
That's the saying, man.
Yeah, it's
That
a
is
saying,
the
but a
legendary
t-shirt's
saying.
coming
That's
soon.
The t-shirt's
yeah?
coming,
Did you
bro.
make
That
that
was- Bruv, come
been
on.
saying that for
It was actually
years.
my sister who said it to me. And I just took it from that. No, sorry guys, but what is your view on that, bro? What is your view on these people that, not in a rude, again, we're not picking on no one, we're not categorizing no one, we're just speaking as men. Like when we were growing up, that was something that was unheard of. Nowadays you see so much crazy shit,
Yeah.
and you think,
100%.
like, how the hell are people doing that?
Can I just
And
add in the
then-
crumbs you're talking about is a lot of crumbs though.
They're not crumbs,
Bringing
we're
in the
talking, they're
crumbs,
loaves,
bro.
bro.
Yeah,
They're not crumbs. So tell us about that, bro. Tell us, what's your actual view on that, bro? Being someone who's, mashallah, a successful business person who people look up to as, you know, role model in a sense that, you know, the way you've come up and... So when you see that sort of shit, I want just your opinion on that.
on OnlyFans, I think,
On people just...
yeah, I think, to be honest with you, there's three ways you can look at it. You can look at it as a business concept, as a business model. The guy who founded it, who created it, you know, hats off to him. He smashed it. That is making a lot of money. He's created a simple but successful business model, and it works obviously. So as a business, looking at it as a business, you know, hats off to him. He smashed it. Looking at the girls and the guys that are on the platform, you know, who are, you know, selling pictures of themselves and whatever, I suppose part of me would say you got to respect everyone's hustle, and they're not hurting anybody, they're not doing any damage, they could be doing a lot worse. So in that way, I would say, you know, you got to respect their hustle. And then the third way of looking at it from a personal opinion, you know, and everybody's different, just my opinion, but I think certain things should be kept private. And me personally, I wouldn't introduce someone to my mum who was on OnlyFans, you know. But that's just my opinion.
course,
There
yeah,
might be certain
same.
people out there that, you know, would be more than happy to do that. So I think to start a business and to put in hard work, you know, it's not easy. And as I said to you, there's a lot of negative effects on you and your life and your health. And it's not easy. So you can understand why people do choose a more easy option of either OnlyFans or trading or, you know, I'm sure they still put in work to an extent, but it's not, you know, they're not heaving boxes like up and down the stairs. And they're not, you know, so.
So, you know, you obviously mentioned the whole trading stuff. I'm one who's never understood it. Clearly, I get a lot of messages from people saying, why don't you use this code and join this Telegram group? And I'm sure you probably get told to really invest in it. But I've never understood it, but I always feel like the guys that are behind it all, I feel like everyone's blind. Like, I feel like, can't you see it? Like, the guys have no substance. Like, you don't just make money and not have a business.
Exactly.
You know what it is? I think people do. There are people that make money from it because in essence it's gambling, isn't it? You're gambling whether the stock price will go up or down. So I'm sure there's people that make money off it, but I think people need to be aware that people make money based on how many people they get to sign up and how much those people that sign up lose. I've looked at websites that will literally pay you a percentage of any money lost from people that so you get all your family and friends to trade. You know, they lose money, you get a cut of it. So, so you know,
I'm starting trading tomorrow morning.
So I think people are always looking for get rich quick schemes, you know. And,
see, that's what I don't like, man. I feel like that's become a very common thing, and I do blame social media for that.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. I think people will buy a course or buy advice from someone because they're standing in front of a Lamborghini, you know. If I stand when I had it, if I stood in front of my Lamborghini and my house and said, sign up to my trading course, you know, I got all this from trading, people would do it
all day long. Yeah.
But if I had done a course on how to become a pro footballer, you know, you wouldn't buy it from me because I know nothing about football. You'd go to a footballer, you know, and you can do your research. Is this guy a footballer? No, you know, but because there's this industry where no one really knows if the person is making money on their computer at home trading, then it's very easy to say, well, look, they're standing in front of a nice car, big house, you know, it must be true. So I think all I would say is do your research, and before 100%. You buy anything, go on Company's House or whatever research you can do, check the person's name and see, you know, what they're about before you part with your money. Because if you do part with your money, then and you lose it, then certain people will say, well, it's served you right.
Yeah.
It's so true, isn't it? It's so true how people...
I could be sitting there and saying, join up, but I'm just getting the joiners fee constantly. But I'm not actually trading myself.
No, you know what I'm thinking, what Mario said before, like, if you put it up like in front of all your shops and said, look, build an empire like I have, build an empire like me, I've got 160 stores, and like you said, a Lamborghini, so many people would be now tempted to think, you know what, he's a young guy, like, let's do the same thing. But I do think that a lot of people nowadays, it's become such a trend, bro. Like, you know, flashy cars, go to Dubai.
Certain people make more money selling courses than what they're actually selling the course about. Exactly. You know, but I think...
Is that something you would consider? Like a legit one?
Yeah, I got a short course. It's like 95 quid. We've done it like a month ago.
Oh, brilliant.
My manager put it together. Doesn't take any effort from me apart from the 6 hours that I took to put it together. So, you know, we sold a few, but I don't need to sell a course to make money. I'm all right. If people want to buy the course, they buy the course. And if they learn any, you know, gems or tips or tricks, and they can... It's not a get-rich-quick schemes. It's far from it. But
it's just more advice and...
Yeah, it's more advice and just things that I've learned. Because I didn't study this, you know. I didn't go to university or anything. I just learned as I went along. So if I can... if people can get to their destination quicker from learning from the mistakes that I've made, then, you know, why not? But it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. No.
But that's how courses are supposed to be, innit? That's how it's supposed to be. That's where you learn and that's how you...
Not just...
it's still hard work that you got to put into it. Yeah. But we'll have the link in the caption below, description, so you can, if you do want to check out the course, you can.
Yep.
So, Mario, before we wrap up, just some advice for any youngsters who are watching, a bit like your course, so it ended perfectly great.
Yeah.
Tell us, think about, you know, for young people that are watching this, they want to be like you and they want to achieve what you've achieved. And again, it does come down to luck. But what would you say, you know, would be your most important advice and something they should look out for and things they shouldn't look out for?
I think you need to know how to communicate with people.
Yep.
You need to know when to shut up and listen and learn from people. If you think you're always right, you're never going to learn anything. If you don't know how to communicate with people, you get angry, you start shouting, you're not going to get nowhere. So you need to work on those skills or employ someone to do that for you. And you shouldn't be scared of hard work, because that proves to not only other people, but more importantly yourself, that you actually deserve what you're trying to get, not that you're going to sit back and everything's going to be done for you. Example, a few months ago we was at a shop opening and everyone was busy preparing the shop, the chefs were in there, the owner, blah blah blah, everyone was working. I was there and the window was dirty, the shop window was dirty, so I got a cloth, I started cleaning the window, and while I was cleaning it, some guy came up and he said, "Oh, when are you opening?" I said, "In about half an hour." He said, "Oh, can I speak to the boss?" And I said, I was cleaning the window. I said, What's it about? I'll go and get him. What's it about? He's like, "It doesn't matter, just go and get him." Like, talking down to me. Probably thought I was a window cleaner.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, I'll go get the boss. I called the franchisee. He spoke with him. I was continuing cleaning the window. After 5 minutes, the guy come up to me. He's like, "Oh, you Mario? Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought, I didn't know it was you." I was like, "You're sorry because you're rude to, people that you think wash windows." But
now you know my worth all of a sudden.
people, people, it's
Settle yourself. I'm joking.
But it's sad, but it's true. People, that's how people are, unfortunately. But I think you just need to get out there and don't wait for customers to come to you. Also, one thing mistakes that I made, that I spent so long when I was thinking of different businesses, I'd spend so long on logos and names and website. Sometimes, don't spend long on that. Think about down the line how you're going to find customers, how you're going to get the product to people, how you're going to offer the service. Don't spend so much time worrying about a logo. As important as it is, you need to, because I used to create logos, create brands, think of ideas, and then by the time I put in all that work doing that, then I'd put a plan together and realize, oh, actually it's not going to work, this is the wrong area, or how am I going to find people that want to buy this? So I'm not in those kind of circles. So put together a plan, get a pen and paper and actually write out like a plan. It doesn't have to be like a ridiculously long plan, but write out a plan and just make the most of other people's experiences and learn from other people. If you think you know everything, then you're not going to learn anything.
That was sick. I was actually listening to you proper.
Man. Same, I was kind of like noting it down in my head as well.
So, bro, there was one last question from me. What is Fireaway Pizza valued at now? As a brand, as a whole, if someone's looking, obviously you're not ever going to sell it.
Yeah.
If someone's looking to buy it, what's the value of the business?
I think as a brand, like including all the franchisees and all the total sales, we turn over about 60 million a year. Wow. As a head office, what I'm involved with, like as a head office, what I own, we turn over 16, 17 million a year.
Wow.
So based on the fact that we're only kind of getting started, the competitors have been around for like 30, 40 years.
Exactly.
So we've been around not that long and we've got that many stores. It would have to be a very good offer. I think it would be the wrong time to sell it. We're just getting into other countries, but maybe being fully serious for me to walk away from everything, like right now, it would have to be maybe 40.
40 big ones.
40 big
Huge ones.
Huge, humongous.
So guys, if you have 40 million just sitting there and you want Fireaway, hit up Mario and hit a deal with him.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Give you your commission.
That's right, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll get the commission.
I'll even take 1%.
Guys, please do buy it. So there you have it, guys. That was such an amazing podcast with Mario. Man. If you liked what you saw, make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe.
And hit the bell notification so you don't miss none of our uploads.
Peace, love, and we out here.
Love.
Fire away,
Fire away.
baby.